Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's class. So this is the last segment of problems in number base. Okay, we have done a lot, starting from conversion to arithmetic operation. Of course, conversion took us a whole lot of time because we are looking at whole numbers conversion, different base to the other bases, decimal numbers. Then we now move to arithmetic operation. We did addition, subtraction, multiplication, and lastly, division. So today, on the last segment of this class, or number base, we are going to look at problems that will give us algebraic equation. We have done algebraic equation, so you can check back our some of our videos in the past where we did algebraic equation, linear equation, simultaneous equation, quadratic equation, and all that. So a number-based problem can actually lead to one of these equations. So let us start from the simple ones to a little bit difficult ones. Okay? So this is our first problem. Now, let me say this, that is going to help you a lot in dealing with problem of this nature or somehow that looks like this. Whenever you have an equation in number base and there is any unknown, the first thing you need to do is to convert the numbers to base 10. Make sure that your left hand side is in base 10 and your left hand side is in base 10 and your right hand side is also in what? Base 10. When I'm start like this and say left hand side, right hand side, some of you will be confused, okay? Because whenever we say that the left hand side, we are talking about your left hand side, not my left hand side, because this is how actually we are supposed to view the board, okay? So these are left hand side and these are what? Our right hand side, okay? So you have to convert them to base 10. Let them be on the same base. It will be easier for us to solve a problem when they are on the same base. So we are going to convert this part to base 10. We also convert this to base 10. It's not hard. Okay, so let's do that. 1, 3, 2 in base 4. That will give us 0, 1, 2, which will give you 1 times 4 raised to power 2 plus 3 times 4 raised to power 1 plus 2 times 4 raised to power 0. That will give you this 16. So 1 times 16 plus 3 times 4 plus 2 times 1. That will give you 16 plus 12 plus 2. That will give you 28 plus 2. That will give you 30. Then x raised to power 5 in base 10. That will give you, put 0 here, that will give you x times 5 raised to power 0. So that will give you x times 1, and that will give you x. So x in base 10, 30 in base 10. This is the left-hand side, and this is the right-hand side. So you equate the two. Therefore, 30 is equals to x. Okay? Are we done? No. We are not done because they ask us to find x in base 5. X have to be in base 5. So 30 in base 5, what are we going to have? You convert 30 to base 5. 5 here, you have 6 remainder 0. 5 here, you have 0 remainder 1. 1 remainder 1. And 5 here, you have 0 remainder 1. Therefore, your x is equals to 110 in base 5. So that's your answer. What did I do there? Make sure that the two numbers must be in the same base. And when they are in the same base, you can now solve your linear equation and find your x. Then convert it to the base that they want you to put it. So it's as simple as that. Very simple. Let's move to the next example and see how that question will look like. So we have a problem. We are asked to find r if 6r7 base 8 is equal to 511 base 9. What I said in previous example, you apply it here, convert the two numbers to base 10, then equate and solve for r. As simple as that. Okay, but remember, your r must be in base 8. So let's solve that. We have 6r 7 8 convert to base 10. That will give you 0 1 2. That will give you 6 times 8 square plus r times 8 plus 7 times 8 0. So that will give you 6 times 16. Oh, 6 times 64 plus 8r plus 7. So that will give you 384 plus 8r plus 7. So we are done with, you can simplify further. That will give you 391 plus 8r. Okay. So we add up, I added 7 plus 384. Okay. That will give you 319 plus 8r. So we are done with the left-hand side. Let's come to the right-hand side. Right-hand side will give us 511 base 9, 0, 1, and 2. You do the same thing. 5 times 9 square plus 1 times 9, 1 plus 1 times 9, 0. So that will give us 5 times 81 plus 1 times 9 plus 1 times 1. Okay, so that will give you 5 times 81 will give you 405. Okay, plus 9 plus 1, that will give you 10, that's 415. So we have gotten the two numbers in base 10, this in base 10, this in base 10. So let's solve for r. So if you solve for r, therefore 391 plus 8r equals to 415. So this one cross over here, 8r equals to 415 minus 319. Okay, so 319, 8r equals to 5 minus this will give you 4. That will go 11 minus 9. 11 minus 9 will give you 2. So that's what we have. Then you divide both sides by 8. So 8r over 8 equals to 24 over 8. So that will give you that r equals to 3. Okay. And if you convert r, this is in base 10. If you convert r back to base 8, it will still give you 3. That's when you have 3 in 8, 0 remainder 3. So you still have 3. Therefore, the number is 3637 base 8 is equals to 511 base 9. So this is how to solve that problem. So our r, why I did this here is to show that r is also 3 in base 8. So r is 3 in base 10 is also 3 in base 8. So these two numbers, you can convert it and confirm your answer, whether they are actually equal. So that's how to solve a problem like this. Just convert to base 10 to base 10. Make sure that they are on the same base. You equate and solve for the unknown. Okay, so let's go to example number 3 of different kind, not exactly this type of question. Let's look at something different. Okay. Okay, so we have 5 in base x plus 2 in base x equals to 77 in base 10. It's already in base 10. So convert these two numbers in base 10, you add them and equate to 77. As simple as that. So let us convert these numbers in base 10. Yes, I understand. You are looking at, the base is now unknown. Yes, you can convert. It's simple. Okay, so 5 in base 5, 0, 1, that will give you 5 times x raised to power 1 plus 5 times x raised to power 0. That will give you 5x plus 5, because this one will give you 1. Anything raised to power 0 will give you 1. So 5 times 1 will give you 5. So we have done that. So the next one, 5 2x, that will give you 5 times x raised to power 1 plus 2 times x raised to power 0. So that will give you 5x plus 2. So we are done. So this is in base 10 of 5 base x, and this base 10 of 2 base x. So add the two numbers and equate to 77 and find the value of your x. So let's do that here. So we have 5x plus 5, that's for this. Then plus 5x plus 2, that's for this, equals to 77. This in base 10, this in base 10, and this in base 10. So we can do something on that. So that will give us 10x plus 7 equals to 77. This one move here, 10x equals to 7, 7 minus 7, 10x equals to 70. So divide both sides by 10, you have that s equals to 7. So our s is 7. So those numbers there, they are in base 7. It's easy to check our answer and see if it's correct. So you put 7 there. So 5, 5 base 7 plus 5, 2 base 7. So add these two, 0 take 1. So add this one, 11. 11 in base 7. That will give us, we take out 1. So 11 in base 7, that will give you 7 plus 4. So 1 here, we have 4. So when you convert this base 7 to base 10, you are going to have that 7, 7. Let's check it out. 140 base 7, 0, 1, 2. That will give you 1 times 7 raised to power 2 plus 1 times 7 raised to power, 4 times 7 raised to power 1 plus 0 times 7 raised to power 0. So this one will go. We'll have this 49 times 1 will give you 49 plus this one will give you 28. So 49 plus 28 will give you 77, which is what we have there. So our x is 7. So let's look at another example on this. So this one, we have 125 in base x equals to 20 base 10, that's 20. So the same thing I said, if they are of different bases, you convert to base 10, okay, and solve for your unknown value. So 125 will give us 125 in base s, 0, 1, 2. That will give us 1 times x squared plus 2 times x raised to power 1 plus 5 times x raised to power 0. So that will give us x squared plus 2x plus 5. Okay. And we said that this is equals to 2. So this is base 10 now. X squared plus 2x plus 5 is in base 10. So you equate it to what? To 20, which is 20. So you now say therefore x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals to 20. Bring this one in, x squared plus 2x plus 5 minus 20 equal to 0. So x squared plus 2x minus 15 equal to 0. So we have simplified that. It have given us a quadratic equation. So we use any method of your choice. Remember, we have done everything on quadratic, so you can go and check out the videos on, you can use factorization method, you can use completing square method, you can use formula method, any method of your choice. But I think most of the time, whenever they give you a problem that will lead to quadratic equation, that quadratic equation is always factorizable most of the time. Okay, I'm not saying 100%, but it's always factorizable most of the time. Okay, so let's see if we can factorize this. 1 times minus 15 is minus 15. Two numbers that will multiply to give you minus 15. Then when I add it, I'll have 2. I think that's minus, that will give you 5 times minus 3. That will give you minus 15. And 5 times 5 plus minus 3, that will give you 2. So I'm going to use minus 5 minus 3. I'm going to use 5 minus 3 to replace 2 here. So that will give us, let's partition the board. So we did this separately. So I'll have x squared plus 5x minus 3x. Of course, this will still give me my 2x, then minus 15 equal to 0. So grouping, I have that. Bring minus outside. This one will change to plus. You know, when you bring out minus outside, this side will change to plus. We have done all that in factorization in our videos, so you can go and check it out. So what is common here? X. That will give us x plus 5 minus 3 is common. We have x plus 5 equal to 0. So that will give you x minus 3 into x plus 5 equal to 0. So you have factorized, then the next thing is to solve for x minus 3 equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. Therefore, s equals to 3 or s equals to minus 5. We are done. So x is 3. We can use negative base. So the base of that number that gave us 20 as base 10 is going to give you 3. So this is actually the last part of number base. Okay, so you can as well have some that will give you simultaneous equation. All you need to do, convert everything you have in base 10, then solve the resulting equation simultaneously, and you have your answer. It's very simple. So we have concluded everything on number base. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell them to come and watch the series on videos on number base, so that anywhere they have any problem on number base, they can deal with it. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time, and remember to subscribe to our channel and watch our videos. Give it a thumbs up, and please share our videos, okay, so that others can be able to see. Thank you so much, and see you in the next